5 wins in a row, Adrian. Things are feeling pretty good, I imagine, at the Leopards right now.
Yeah, there's a good vibe around the place, and it's taken us, I think it was 11 weeks to get into the 6. So we've just been conscious about the fact that it's taken a long time to get in there, just to hold and hang in there now. So not so much hang in there, but just to keep getting better and working hard together. So we've got a really tough game this week, as I no doubt we'll allude to in a second. But the run that we've been on has been exceptional for the town, the club, and for me as coach.
They're not just wins, are they? They're big wins, lots of tries going on. You must feel pretty unstoppable right now.
Yeah, we're working hard, and we're getting some calls go our way with the refereeing, and I think more important than that, we're defending really well. So I think the difference between now and the start of the year is we're defending our errors. But I still feel that we've got a couple of levels to go to as a team, and hopefully we'll get there as soon as possible.
You mentioned it. Warrington is going to be the ultimate test, isn't it, with them being top of the league? So kind of a test, I don't know, of kind of where your confidence is at as a squad at the minute, maybe?
Yeah, I think the timing of it's really good for us. The top of the league, 4 points clear, and playing some pretty good rugby as well. And I think just a great challenge for us as a group. I think we embarrassed ourselves a little bit last time we went there. We weren't us. We didn't play the way that we want to be as a club and a team. So we're back home here now. A little bit of confidence behind us, but I know the challenge will be massive, and it's exactly where we want to be as a club.
Maybe a bit of a cliche question, but kind of like what would a win this size, or against this kind of opponent, I should say, do for your season, which is already going very well? What would it do to beat Warrington?
I think for us it's been a week-to-week proposition, and just making sure that we become a consistent side. And I think we've done that over the last, even the games that we've lost, I felt that every one of those games we were in a position to win it. So, I think we've grown as a team in that regards, but, beating a team in front of us on the ladder would be at this time of year really important for us as we get to that halfway, as we approach that halfway mark. I think it'll be a real, confidence boost for the whole group.
It sounds like you're ready to take them on. Do you think they'll be wary of Lee? Do you think because of what you've achieved this season, that they, as much as you think it's a good time to play them, they might actually be thinking this isn't a good time to play Lee?
Oh, I don't know. I'm really sure about that. It's not how I think really. It's more about us and how we prepare, and we've got a lot of new faces, as I've alluded to in the past, and it's been about trying to build this group together and get them to a point where they're playing for each other and a consistent style of rugby. And I think we're nearly there, but we had a lot to improve on against Wakefield on the weekend, the Challenge Cup match. So it's about how we can get better each week. So in regards to them, I'm not sure how they're going to take us. Their confidence is sky high as well, leading the competition by 4 points. So we'll wait and see.
Where have you got to be at? Where's their biggest threat? Where have you got to be strongest at?
I think they're a big team, and they bully some sides, and we've just got to make sure that when it's in the thick of that we're amongst it, and that we don't take a backward step. So, I think that battle will be fantastic through having a home game here. I think there'll be a bumper crowd. We've supplied the entertainment off the field each week, and we're starting to supply some on the field now. But I think it'll be a really tough game for us, and like I said, one that we're looking forward to.
How is the squad ahead of Friday?
Yeah, everyone's in pretty good nick. Obviously adding Frankie Holton into that 21, same as last week. He's had a week with us now, so we'll make a decision on him whether he plays on captain's run on Thursday. But he's done some good stuff for us. He's going to improve us as a side. So, but apart from that, just the usuals. Ben Nakabuai, another month or so. Same with Jack Hughes, another month, and Joe Wardle another 2 months.
Finally, for me, I know that how many couple of days ago, and the actual game's a couple of weeks away, but the Challenge Cup draw, are you happy with that and a shot with the quarterfinals?
Yeah, I would rather it at home, but I think we played York a couple of times in the championship last year, but they're building as well as a group, and their form over the last couple of weeks have been exceptional. So they beat London on the weekend. in a really good second half performance to them. And London have been doing a job on some of the clubs, so it'll be a great opportunity for them to showcase them. They'll get a big crowd there, some revenue come through, and obviously it's one of those games where if you take them lightly, it can be a massive upset. So we don't want to put ourselves in that position. We're happy that we've got them in a draw at York there, and we're looking forward to making sure that we respect them and play a good brand of rugby when we go there.
Top stuff, mate. Thank you. Best of luck for the weekend.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate it.
Lammy, how far have you come as a team, as a group, since that last meeting at the Halliwell Jones? How close do you think you are to them?
I think the losses that we've had this year, to be fair, we've learned a lot from, and that was one of the earlier ones, and I remember coming back and everyone was pretty disappointed in the dressing room, and I remember saying to everyone that it's going to be okay, that it's part of the growth and part of our journey. So, from that moment, I think we've developed a whole heap as a group, and I still think we're on a rise, on the up, with a couple of levels to go. So, I just want to see us play an 80-minute performance, put that together, and see how we go.
Both games, that one and the pre-season one, were pretty spicy affairs. Do you expect a similar game, given the links between the clubs?
Yep.
And how do you keep a lid on that, or don't you? Do you just say, go and embrace the battle?
No, just say go and embrace the battle. I mean, they're the leading team of the competition at the moment, and as a club, we want to see where we're at with that, and we have built some confidence over the last couple of weeks. But if you don't prepare well against these top teams, you can certainly be put on your backside and taught a lesson to. So, I think we're past that stage. I think we're going to be in it. So I'm really excited about seeing how we manage through the difficult times and the end result.
I mean, disciplinary-wise, you've done pretty well this season, so you don't want to get embroiled in a battle and put your players in too much of the way of the referee, do you really? No,
I think we've been really good. I wouldn't surprise me if we're in the top 3 or 4 teams for discipline-wise, in the sense of penalties on field and infringements on field as well. So it's something that we work really hard at, and the stands that we set. So, I think I'm a coach that I don't want to be one of those teams that are giving away silly penalties, regardless of if it's aggressive or not. So, I think we've been pretty good in that area.
With just going back to Frankie Holton, how much is he assigning for the now, and also with an eye for the future, Adrian?
Oh, really, really big for us. I'm a really big fan of Frankie's, and we've worked really hard on him coming here, being a local lad, local junior, coming through, playing reserve grade with us, and obviously the style of rugby that he plays certainly suits how we want to play. So both in attack and defence, and I think a big body coming to us at this time of the season will take us to another level. So I'm really excited about how he fits in. We've got some plans for how we grow and develop him as a player. So for the Leaf fans, it's a really good get for us. And when you look about where we're heading in the future, the youth side of it, he's got 6 or 7 years left in the game at least. So it's part of us building and part of the retention and recruitment.
You did touch on it. Is there a chance he could play on Friday night?
Yeah, he is a chance. We didn't bring him here to sit on the and not play. So whether it's this week or next week, we'll just see how this week goes for him. He's going pretty good at the moment. There's every reason why he will play. So we'll see where he fits in.
Are there any more signings coming up? Anything embargoed for tomorrow that normally happens? Or
no, but we're pretty excited about the future for us. So let's just put it that way.
Because it was this time last year that you sort of speculated to accumulate, didn't you? Derek had given you the green light to plan for this season. So is that what you're going to do again now? Yeah, absolutely. It's something I think when you've got an owner or an owner or chairman or everyone involved at that top level, Chris Chester, Neil Jukes, all on the same page with where we want to head to as a club. It's really exciting that we can identify these local juniors and bring them back to us that we think can also help build the DNA of the club.
it's always great to bring a local junior back to you into your system, and one that you see being part of your future. So when you keep that in mind and where we want to head to as a club and a group moving forward, there'll be a few more in the near future.
Thanks, that's great for me. Thanks, Lammy.
Thanks, Trev.
Hey, you know me well.
Hey, mate. And Josh, are you good?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Good.
Without giving too much away of obviously what you've been working on this week, but who and what do you see as Warrington's biggest threats ahead of Friday?
Well, their forward pack's quite experienced and quite big. So, like I said, I think they've been bullying teams throughout the competition, and off the back of that, you've got George Williams doing his magic. So, that's the hard part about it all, and it's not by luck that they're at the top of the table. But I think they've had a big rotation there themselves, and they've certainly found a winning formula there at the moment, and they're a confident club. So, it'll be a tough encounter for us, but I'm really excited about it because, I think we're a different team than the one we played them last time, and hopefully we can go set for set with them.
I think I saw that John Asiata scored his first try in league colours over the weekend. I'm sure he'd be pleased with that. How influential has he been? Because from what I've seen so far, he's been up there with one of the best ball-playing loose forwards in the competition so far. Yeah,
without a doubt, I totally agree with that. But it's taken John a fair time half a season to score one try, so I think it's been a bit of a laughing joke after in the dressing room and during the week, because he's a player that's very influential in the way we play, as everyone knows, and he's been a great leader for us as well. Just the standards that he sets are amazing, and he's he's pretty calm and collected most of the time with that experience. So very happy for him. Briscoe got 2 with it, and that was great for us as well.
Just quickly on the Challenge Cup, obviously there's always the debate about when Super League teams should enter it. As a Championship club last year, I think you travelled to Hull away. Your weekend fixture, I think the crowd was only over 1,000. There's always that debate that Super League clubs should enter earlier. Would you be of agreement with that to sort of bring the spark back to the Challenge Cup and bring those crowds up? Because ultimately that's all we seem to talk about these days with the Challenge Cup is the crowd. So how exactly do we improve on that, in your opinion?
Yeah, I've obviously been here as a player, and I think in the old days it was 6 or 7 games to win the Challenge Cup, wasn't it? No, it's down to 4 now for a Super League club. So it's a difficult one because the owners that are want to be careful that we don't overplay games through the season. But how do we find a way to balance all of that? And I think at the moment we've got it right. And I think in the last 8 teams that are left, there's York from the Championship, which is great for their club. But I think the format that it's currently in works for us. I don't know what it is looking forward, but it'd be really difficult on a 27 Super League season game to think about playing more games of the Challenge Cup. And not only that, if you're playing more games, if you're a club that's out, you can be benefited from not playing the Super League in the Challenge Cup as well. So it's a fine line, we've got a really small squad here, and to play an extra 3 games or 2 games in other clubs, it'd be really difficult for us at this part of the season.
And just finally, you're constantly getting asked about players and their contracts. Can you just remind me what your current contract situation is?
I've signed a 2-year deal, so I've got this year and next year as well. So I'm not going anywhere. I'm loving the rugby league more than I've ever done at the moment. And I think the town and supporters haven't had much to cheer about of late, and things are working out for us. And I know it can turn quickly, but I just think it's a real good time at the moment to be a Leigh player, staff member, coach or fan around town at the moment. So we've just got to keep that ticking over and buzzing for us, because it's a sleeping giant, the local community here. Close to Wigan as well, and part of the borough, and I just think that for Super League and rugby league in general in this country, I think Leigh winning games is great for the sport and for the people looking from the outside in and seeing an underdog doing okay.
Have I missed that somewhere? Is that a new contract?
No.
Was that previously announced?
No, that was previously announced. I think it was in the grand final week last year of the championship.